My name is Chris Richmond. I'm an insurance producer at Allen Insurance and Financial, specializing in commercial marine insurance. At Allen Insurance, we're working with a wide spectrum of clients. They can be large commercial marine manufacturers, large shipyards. It doesn't matter how big or small, a lot of them have a lot of the same risks when you get down to it. Right out of college, day after I graduated college in January, I was on a flight down to the Virgin Islands where I was a deckhand on a schooner down there doing week-long charters in the Virgin Islands. Honestly, when I took the job as a deckhand, I thought it'd just be a fun job for a year and then get off and continue something else. Turned out I spent roughly 10 years working my way up from deckhand to mate and then eventually as captain.
My name is Mike Rutstein. I have been the owner and operator of the schooner Fame in Salem for 19 years now, and is a replica of a War of 1812 privateer. Well, insurance definitely isn't one of the things you think about when you're starting a business like this. You know, you go to build a boat and you have visions of sailing her and of all the great programming you're going to do, the places you'll go, the sails that you'll set. No one's thinking about things like insurance. No one's thinking about marketing. No one's thinking about how the ticket booth has got to be set up.
So I'm William Sabatini. I'm the executive director and fleet captain for the flagship Niagara League. So we operate the Letty G. Howard and the U.S. Brig Niagara out of Erie Harbor, Presque Isle Bay in Erie, Pennsylvania. Marine insurance is difficult. You don't just check some boxes. It's difficult to figure out how it all works and how the underwriters come together and how do you get the appropriate protections. And I want to make a distinction between marine insurance and tall ships insurance. It's not the same. Anybody can get their boat insured, right? That's not a difficult thing. How do you now insure a historic vessel with all of the intricacies and the complications that go along with that? It's not that easy. And navigating that without somebody that truly understands it can be very difficult.
I'm Chris Vonwald, and I'm the Executive Director of Tall Ships America. Advocacy for our fleet, for the North American fleet, is part of what we do. These are expensive capital assets, and they are operating working assets, and they need to have insurance to cover the costs of anything that might happen on board, underway, or at the dock. Without insurance, we can't operate.
Insurance is a foreign language to a lot of people, and if I can sit down and explain things more in a clear fashion to these captains and boat operators, it puts them at ease.
Because when you're talking about operating a tall ship, most people don't even understand the basic terms. So when you're talking about, people going aloft on a square rig to furl the topsail, that's something that means nothing to most insurance agents. When we go to Allen Agency, they get it and they understand what a swim call means. And are we insured for that?
Having spent 10 years working on vessels like this, I can go on board, I know when to duck, I know how to go down the companionway the right way. I'm familiar with the operations that they're doing. I've been out there on the water.
I feel very confident that Chris understands the business, and when I call Alan, when I call Chris and I have a situation, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain the parts of the vessel to him. If I say this broke or that broke or we're having a problem with this, he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
There are other maritime marine insurance providers, but to have somebody who is able to be experienced with the fleet, known by the operators, who can answer questions and advocate for the best coverage, pretty much coast to coast, that's an important aspect.
Years ago when I was a green deckhand on board the schooner, I hopped on board, didn't know a thing. And fortunately, I had great crew members who were able to teach me the ropes. But as a captain, I'm not operating the boat by myself. I had a great crew with me. That's how we work at Allen Agency as well. I might be the face of Allen Insurance for the marine market that we're working with, but I've got a great team behind me.
I am able to pick up the phone, send an email, and get a response about something that relates to Jones Act coverage, to the P&I insurance, to health insurance, to 401ks. We've got that entire team that we can draw on because we have this relationship.
You really want to be covered by someone who understands what you do for a living, really knows what your day is like.
There's risk in what we do. There's inherent risk in getting underway. But Chris understands that, so I would recommend Allen Agency and working with Chris Richmond because you start off with somebody who already gets it.